I've run over 1,000 Pathfinder 2e sessions over these last 3 years, and I've learned quite a bit throughout this time. This is the first in a series of videos, where I will be explaining tips and tricks for both new and experienced game masters. Even if you already know everything in this video, maybe you'll learn how to use it in Foundry properly as well. And if you don't know everything in this video, some of these tips have been invaluable for me running smooth sessions. Let me know if you think these tips are useful in the comments below. One of your players walks into a room and asks to look around. You request a perception check and they roll a natural 1. You're about to tell the player what they see when another player suddenly jumps in and says, GM, what do I see? Can I also roll a perception check, please? What do you do in this situation? Was the second player planning on rolling a perception check anyway? Or, being more realistic here, is it because they saw their friend rolling that 1? This is considered subtle or even accidental metagaming. It's hard to call people out on it. After all, what if they had been genuine about the request? Then if you say no, you kinda look like a jerk. But if you say yes, well, it feels cheaty in a way. So, how do you handle this? There is a solution, and it doesn't require you calling your players out. It's called a secret roll. A secret roll is when a player rolls but only the GM sees the result. In Foundry, this can be achieved by requesting a blind roll, or you can click the crossed out eye button next to perception. So why do secret checks work? Because now players have to rely on your description of the room rather than what they saw on the dice. It'll keep them focused on the game world and not on the numbers.
The numbers, basically. What do they mean?
Of course, all of this only works if you're a truthful game master. Remember to keep trust between you and your players. Try to be honest with the roles you see and describe accordingly. And that's how you can prevent your players from subtly metagaming, even if they don't mean to do it. Now, the party seems to have stuck itself in a conundrum, and you need to figure out how to handle this. They drank from that bowl. They weren't supposed to drink from that bowl. The AP you're playing has absolutely no guidance on what to do in this situation. You want to think of something on the fly. You want your players to roll a fortitude save, and you want to give them the second condition if they fail. Introducing level-based DCs and how to quickly pull them up in Foundry. This easy-to-use chart and its adjustments allow you to quickly set up a DC for any given situation. So let's say they really want to drink this filthy bowl of water that's on this table. That feels like a very hard adjustment to me, so assuming your party's level 3, that means the DC will be 23 for that fortitude save. It's also super easy to bring this out in Foundry. Make sure you have the PF2E Workbench module installed in Foundry. Don't forget to enable the module in your world. Then you go to the compendium on the top right and type in level-based DCs. Drag that out to your macro bar, hit the button, and it should give you a pop-up. Once you have the DC you need, you just request it, and voila! The player rolls that fortitude save and either dies horribly or survives to fight another day. Now, assuming the party does survive the encounter, what do they find in this room but a beautiful treasure chest full of golden coins? There's also some nice trinkets and treasure items in that chest. Suddenly, Ezran comes up and says, I'm gonna grab all the baubles and keep them for later. How do you as a GM enforce fairness when it comes to distributing treasure? There really shouldn't be any issues at your table if you talk to your players, and nobody should become a little greedy hog taking all the treasure. But sometimes people get a bit overexcited, or sometimes they are just forgetful and accidentally grab something they shouldn't. As a GM, it's pretty easy keeping things even and square for your players, especially in Foundry. I'm sure you already know about how to distribute coins evenly by clicking on the treasure icon, clicking on distribute coins, and make sure to hit allow coin type conversion so there's no funny business. But did you also know that pressing P brings up the party stash? And that is a great place to put trinkets and baubles. When you get to a point in time where you need to shop, just set up a new loot box and call it Sell Me. Put everything people need to sell, including trinkets, baubles, and unwanted magic items into that box. Then, once you sell all treasure items, subtract the total coinage from total wealth. Divide the number you have by 2 because all magic items in Pathfinder sell for 50%. Add that amount into the gold stash and then distribute coins again. If that all seems a little complicated, it's because it was a little bit complicated and math is hard. I hope you enjoyed these 3 tips. Again, let me know what you thought in the comments below. And please like and subscribe if you want to see more.